Hey, what's up guys, it's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back again with a 3.0 Elixir Fast Cycle Graveyard deck. I've been loving this Graveyard deck because I never get outcycled by Goblin Barrels with my Fast Cycle of Skeletons, Ice Spirit, and Barb Barrel. And with Hunter, Electro Wizard, Knight, Skeletons, and Ice Spirit, it is very hard for any bridge spam deck to ever break through you. As soon as you defend with Hunter or Electro Wizard, you can drop a Knight or a Barb Barrel in front, throw off a Graveyard, and it's a very difficult push to defend against. Right when you think the meta is settled and all the best decks are already figured out, Clash Royale always surprises you, and that's one of the things that I love about this game. There are so many viable decks right now. So let's go jump straight into some games and assert some dominance with this new Graveyard Cycle deck. And if you're not already, you can support me by using creator code SirTag. By using creator code SirTag in any Supercell game, I get a percentage of all money spent at no extra cost to you. It supports the channel, it allows me to spend more time on videos, and I really appreciate it. We cycled Skeletons. This guy went for a Baby Dragon in the back. Want to see what this guy's got. Royal Saiyans, the Super Saiyan. Dragon Ball Z stuff here, man. No mediocre. We're going to be able to go drop our Hunter immediately on top of the Baby Dragon, pulverize it, turn it to ashes, and get our Hunter to, oh my gosh. Well, I was going to say damage his bridge spam, but looks like Big Mama Pekka had other plans. Go in for Skeletons just to distract a little bit. Subsequently follow up with the Knight and Barb Barrel. So if our Barb Barrel damages the Pekka, pulls it back, and then maybe we can go for an Electro on top of his Electro, we should be able to shut everything down. He's not going to be able to stun our tower perpetually and get the Electro Wizard to allow the Pekka to get a hit on us. That just wouldn't happen in this world, man. Maybe in a future scenario where you've evolved into Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan form, you can maybe make that happen, dude. But I don't see any, like, yellow mohawk or anything like that, brothers. So that Electro Wizard is not able to break through. I'm going to be able to go for an Ice Spirit here, going for a Hunter. We should be able to knock that away. Make sure he doesn't get a hit. And then probably go in for a Knight on defense, just so the Baby Dragon doesn't belch all over our tower. So at this point of the game, I think he's going to have Lightning. Maybe he'll have Poison. We'll have to wait and see. If I go for a Graveyard, the Dark Prince will go and charge on top of the Skeletons instead of hitting the Knight, right? Which is extremely beneficial for me. Then I can go for a Poison follow-up on top of the Dark Prince and the Electro Wizard, hopefully. So then I can just Ice Spirit on defense and be okay. Electro Wizard is going to be put in vicinity that I won't have to spend any elixir on it. Well, yeah, it's going to walk in front. Really good stuff. Means we can go for Skeletons. We can go in for a Hunter off to the side. And go in for an Electro Wizard as well. So as long as the Hunter just survives for one hit, we're fine. That's exactly what we needed. He's going to Lightning as we anticipated. Because he was just not going in for Poisons. I assumed that he had Lightning. Against Lightning decks, you want to play really aggressive. And you just want to Graveyard in every opportunity. Because he doesn't have a good way of punishing you. Like, he can go for an Electro Wizard and Dark Prince every time he wants, but overall, he's spending way more elixir on defense than he would want. So, yes, his offense is going to be really good against our Hunter and our Electro Wizard, but we're going to drop our Electro Wizard up high whenever we can. So, then he's not going to be able to get the maximum amount of value. So, what I mean by that is dropping our Electro Wizard here, so then he can't Lightning the Electro Wizard. Notice the placement, right? If we drop it as high up as possible, he can't Lightning the tower, whatever we drop, and that. So, as a result, he comes away with a really bad trade. We can go for a Barb Barrel to finish off the Dark Prince and have the Barbarian just stop it from charging on top of anything important. Get a lot of chip damage on him and just focus up for this one quality defense, and we walk away with a W. So that's all we need to do. He's going to go for a Pekka, actually, so that means I just want to go for a Graveyard. We're going to do it right now. I'm going to go for a Barb Barrel Graveyard and win the game. There's no way that he stops this. Go for Skeletons here, and we're going to be able to Poison for the win. So GG, well played, peace out, brother. The Pekka wasn't going to get on top of my tower before that Graveyard did too much damage. Pleasure playing against you. There's no way that I... What the heck, this guy... What? Mr. Jack, I have never seen such an extraordinary maneuver. The Pekka clone at the river, guys. Oh my gosh, he's going to go for it. What are those? Did I just witness a Barb Barrel counter a Goblin Barrel on top of an Electro Wizard? Oh, the mirror! He's got the mirror clone. Pekka Electro Wizard is just going to ruin his life. There's no way. I'm sorry, but this is the funniest thing I have ever seen in Clash Royale. This guy is an absolute mad lad. So yeah, early games in Grand Challenge, sometimes you can just get some crazy games. I can't believe this one. You 3-crowd someone in literally 30 seconds. I'm going to go for Skellies in the back. We're going to see what's up. This guy's going to go for Skellies in the back as well. Dr. Man. The man, the myth, the legend, going for the exact same play as us. I can go for a bar barrel to sweep those skeletons off the map and tank for our little Larry that could. Oh, maybe the little Larry gets a hit on the tower. Does it happen? Oh, no. Fallen but never forgotten. His mission was aborted a little too soon, man. We're going to go for an Ice Spirit, finish off the Flying Machine, and see what he's going to have. After we see Lava Hound Flying Machine, I'm expecting this guy to have a Lava Hound clone deck. So the way I want to play this is really safely. I want to just go in for a Hunter in the same lane. I want to go in for Electro Wizards. I expect he doesn't have a big spell, but we're still going to wait and see if he does. See if he's minor or not. Can save my poison if he decides to spam really aggressively here. Otherwise, our defense should be pretty quality. I don't think I have to go for a poison since we have Hunter and Bar Barrel. And Electro Wizard too. Yeah, it was better for us to not go in for the Electro Wizard too early in case he was going to fireball me or something, but he didn't. We can let the Electro Wizard die and then fight on our side of the map and go in for a Knight to tank. So I'm just super cautious as soon as we see Fly Machine with Lava Hound. Usually that means that they're going to have great graveyard answers in the form of Scar Me. And if I don't have Elixir for Poison, then it's going to be very detrimental to my defense on the counter push for him because he's just going to catch me overcommitting. But it looks like he's just going to have this standard Barb Putt Lava Hound deck. Now that we've identified his deck and we've seen skeletons and the lack of bait cards, the only thing that he really has is going to be a Night Witch. Oh, he's going to have Poison too. Poison is out of cycle, so he's going to have Night Witch here. That's going to be his main counter to the graveyard. Maybe I'm able to keep the Hunter alive here and then go in for a Poison. He's not going to be able to go and kill the Hunter, so it's going to stay alive. Unfortunately, I think that he's going to get a lot of value with the Baby Dragon because he was able to snowball back in time for the Knight, so then the Knight wasn't able to cross the river and tank for the graveyard, but Poison comes down, gives us a lot of value. He's not able to Lava Hound in front of that because he doesn't have Elixir yet, and he gets enough Elixir for the Bar Putt, but not in time to go in for the Lava Hound. Then we can go for a Knight here. Yeah, he wasn't able to go in for Lava Hound in front for the Baby Dragon, so I assume he didn't want to. Poison again, so you can just Bar Barrel. He might snowball this. We'll have to wait and see. I want to go for a Poison on top of the Skeletons and the Fly Machine, just so we can eradicate the Fly Machine, make sure that doesn't give him any counter push. It's staying locked onto the Skeletons, so it will fall here. Very cool stuff. I can go for a Knight on defense. He still isn't able to do anything. Like, he's not able to go in for the Lava Hounds. He just consistently goes in for the Bar Putts. He's trying to stack up a lot of Barbarians, so then they spawn, so then it's an automatic graveyard counter. And he's trying to get, like, chip damage with poisons. I respect it. If you guys didn't know, you always want to go in for the Bar Barrel after you go for the graveyard. Notice how the Barbarian is still tanking for the graveyard. Super clean stuff here. We can go for our Poison after, and then I can Hunter right on top of the Fly Machine, assuming it goes in front. I don't know if it will or not. I'll have to wait and see. I'm going to go in for the Knight here, actually. Hunter. Ice Spirit, and I'm going to have to cycle back to a Poison on defense. That's really our only way of defending. Otherwise, the bats from the Night Witch are just going to swarm us way too heavily. I think that as long as we sack a Knight here and we tank, we're fine. Because then we can Hunter again. Oh, that was really well played, man. You got on top of us there. Well played, my dude, with the Flying Machine. Got to give you credit where credit is due. You played that way better than I anticipated, making that prediction. We get Skeletons down, and then we can go for a Knight and keep our Electro Wizard alive a little bit longer. And then we can get a Flying Machine counter with our Hunter down, and we should be A-okay. I have to wait for that to lock, then we can Ice Spirit and then Electro after. And because we only need one more graveyard, we should be able to win the game now. But yeah, this is a hard-fought endeavor, guys. I just need to go in for a graveyard with a Bar Barrel tanking and get a considerable amount of damage with that. Force out a Poison. Now all I have to do is focus on defending and then poison him out. So yeah, as long as we get this Hunter down, we cycle our Poison. Poison is only going to take a couple seconds. We wait to the most optimal time, and then we walk away with the W. So just really important, if you're not able to get a tank to cross the river because they have a lot of units coming at you, just go for that Bar Barrel with the graveyard, get that damage. Bar Barrel tanks, even if they have a ton of units coming at you, as you guys saw, in the last seconds, we had units coming at us, and we wanted to get that graveyard down. We forced everything to get pulled back, and we captured the W. Want to go in for a Knight here. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's happening. This guy is going to go for a Bandit. So as soon as we see Bandit, we're assuming it's going to be a Pekka Bridge Spam deck. And he is just making me guess again, man. It's like, you think it's going to be Pekka Bridge Spam. Little do you know. You go for the graveyard expecting to get a Poison, and you get met cordially by a Dark Goblin and Princess. That's a lot of damage for us. Oh my goodness gracious. So I'm able to go in for an Electro Wizard here, go in for Skeleton, so then the Bandit walks towards that, and then we can Knight immediately after. So We're going to shut down everything. You guys saw what I did, right? I bar barreled on the left-hand side, knowing that the wall breakers wouldn't die. I immediately followed up with an electro wizard that was then able to subsequently finish off that miner. And we're going to be able to activate King Tower here, guys. Let's go! Oh, baby. Please don't mess this up, Jake. Please don't mess this up. Don't be a failure for once in your life. We're going to go in for that Ice Spirit, and we're going to act...
Nope.
Oh, no! I literally jinxed myself. I literally did it to myself. Why? Why? That's literally the placement for every other unit, but the Ice Spirit is quick, man. You gotta switch it up. You gotta not be a failure. Anyway, maybe we can still win this game to redeem ourselves. I don't think I'll ever get my respect back for that loss, guys. Oh, man, that was hysterical. We haven't lost the game, but we definitely lost respect there. Oh, my gosh. I lost my pride, too. Fallen but never forgotten. So we can go in for an Ice Spirit here. I could Graveyard because then the Princess would stay within the poison, but I don't want to overcommit in single elixir, guys. We already done goofed pretty hard. What are you doing? You're going in for a Dark Goblin like that. You're insane, man. You're a bit wild here. You're a bit frisky. So the Electro Wizard will give us a lot of damage on a tower. Because the Princess isn't going to be able to target the Skeletons, we can go for Skellies here. It's going to snowball. Then we got to go in for a Knight. Okay. So we can counteract you with Skeletons, but if you're going to do that, we can't. Can't mess around. I didn't know if he's going to do any spell. We're going to go in for an Ice Spirit and a Poison. So this time the Ice Spirit gives us value. Doesn't matter because then he's not able to get the bats right on top of the Knight. And the Knight's going to go straight towards the tower. So then he's forced to go in for like a Dark Goblin pull. That's the really awkward thing when you have Wall Breakers, Miner, this type of deck. It doesn't work really well when your opponent is able to just go in for a Graveyard or go in for a Bridge Spam and you have an awkward card cycle. Because if you think about it, Firecracker, Princess, Flying Machine, like these type of cards, Firecracker, they're all ranged cards that are really flimsy. And as a result, he's not able to defend Bridge Spam. He's not able to defend Graveyards. A Knight Bridge Spam he wasn't able to defend. So imagine him against Bandit with this type of deck. It would just be incredibly difficult. GG, well played, and peace out, brother. Pleasure playing against you and asserting dominance. I'm going to go for an Ice Spirit here. We're going to see what's up. This guy's going to go for Skellies in the back. So when I'm seeing Skellies, I want to leak a little bit and then go in for our Bar Barrel. So our Bar Barrel doesn't get cordially greeted by the Skeletons immediately. Also, when you have Electro Wizard counteracting the bats, you don't want to drop your Electro Wizard too early because you already know that this guy could go in for a Miner, and then the Electro Wizard does not convert defense to offense really well and kill the Miner at the same time because it's just too high up. If it's too high up, goes directly towards your opponent tower and doesn't even look back at the Miner, doesn't even give it a consideration anymore. We have the Ice Spirit so we can shut down the Giant, make sure it doesn't get a hit. And we know that he's going to have the Bats variation with Giant Miners, so I think we can go for a Graveyard. Oh my gosh! Wow, 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 dude. That was really annoying. He pulled it back, so then it walked right into the Sparky shot. That was incredibly well played, my dude. I thought that they were going to separate. I thought that the Hunter and the Knight were going to be separated, but he pulled it back, so he was able to pull off a miracle. Really, really well played. So I need to just eat this and see what he does. I want to go for Skeletons because I'm greedy. I would advocate not to do this if you know that your opponent can counter it, but I think he might, so I'm going to go in for a Knight just in case he zapped that last second, then have the Sparky retarget on my tower. That is a miserable experience if you've ever had that happen. Would highly advocate for you guys to spend the 3 elixir and not be astonished when the Sparky takes out your entire tower in case he just had the counter there. Rather safe than sorry, right? We're able to go for Bar Barrel, shut this all down. Have a pretty nice counter push because we have Electro Wizard, we have Hunter. He's going to have to Sparky this, and you can't really Sparky in the middle because I have Electro Wizard. It's not going to be reliable. Yeah, he's going to go in for a mini Pekka, but it's going to get shattered by the Hunter, and it gives him no counter push whatsoever. That's good. That is really good for us. So he's going to go in for a Graveyard Sparky right here, right? You're going to Sparky, and we're going to Graveyard you. Oh, he's going to Electro instead. Okay. Okay, I thought we were going to get more value out of that. I can go in for a Poison, though. So then the Electro Wizard is going to be useless. Just make sure that we do that pretty early on. We're actually able to hit the Sparky, which feels good, man. We can go in for a Barbarian Barrel whenever we want. I want to go for our Skeletons early and then Bar Barrel. And then know that he's probably going to go in for a Mini Pekka, so we have to go in for a Knight to cross. Make sure that that doesn't cross. Wow, he was able to go and kill that. That was interesting. I didn't expect him to be able to kill the Hunter like that, but he was able to. Well played. Very well played on his end. He's probably going to cycle back to Bats. We want to go for a Poison, so we're going to be able to hit the Electro Wizard and the Bats. So he's going to be forced to go in for arrows instead. Mini Pekka is really obnoxious. But the graveyard skeletons just swarm the tower. That's going to be GG. Yeah, so in double elixir against these type of decks, you should be able to win. But I was really surprised by that Hunter. Hunter died to the giant miner, and it just gave him a lot of extra damage than he should have gotten. When I sauce out Skelly's in the back, and we're going to see what's up. This guy's not dropping anything, so we just want to wait a little bit, then go for our Barb Barrel in the opposite lane. So as soon as we see that, I'm expecting it to either be a Earthquake deck with Goblin Giant or a Sparky deck. Commonly going to be Sparky. I can go in for a Knight to go and pull that, and then tank for the Goblin Giant instead of dropping an Ice Spirit. It's a little bit better. And then I can go in for an Electro Wizard. So this is a really, really clean defense because I will be able to have enough elixir for a counter push with a Graveyard. And I believe that the Sparky is still going to die. The Electro Wizard seems to be targeted right on top of it. He went in for a Skarmy, so he has no elixir. Absolutely zero elixir. We are about to assert the dominance and take the tower within a slight second, man. So if you play against Sparky and they overcommit like that, like so many people do, you just take the tower. But there is still a chance that we lose the game, which I'm not super stoked about. If you play against Sparky players and you overcommit, you will lose. So hopefully we can make sure that that doesn't happen. He is going to go for Sparky in the back and make miraculously huge pushes. So we'll see if we can make anything happen against that. I want to go in for a Barb Barrel and a Graveyard as soon as we can just to see if we can beat out elixir from our opponent. We'll see if he Skarmies or not. He's just going to go for Mega Minion. Guess he doesn't have elixir or have Skarmy back in cycle immediately. So yeah, that's fine. These are acceptable things. We just cycled passively. We got some chip damage. We're able to Hunter on defense. It looks like our best bet is just to go in for a poison. I'm glad that I didn't go in for skeletons and waste elixir. And one of the cycle cards that we desperately need against Sparky decks. If he like went in for spam in the opposite lane, I didn't have skeletons and I had less elixir, I'd feel very uncomfortable. But yeah, dude, I feel like Sparky is one of the most skillless decks when you play it like this, when you just spam cards at the river. I think even less than Elixir Golem, because Elixir Golem, you're not very successful unless you know to cycle it in the back and play patient and play defensive. However, Sparky is one of those decks that I just see a lot of people play it incorrectly and they still play well enough to win, you know? At least when they're playing these bait type of decks. So I'm able to go for Barb Barrel here, probably Knight. Feel uncomfortable, but we're going to have so many cycle cards just waiting for our opportunity. Yeah, I'm not going to go and drop anything until I know that he's not going to be able to hit our Hunter and hit our tower at the same time. Awesome, awesome stuff. So I didn't drop our poison until we saw the minion horde. And I didn't drop our Electro Wizard on top because I knew he could minion horde after and kill the Electro Wizard immediately. So just wasting cards like that is just weird, you know? I'm not about that life. I'm not about the life of just giving him value for no reason whatsoever. At this point, with 10 seconds remaining, even if he drops a minion horde at the river, he would take our tower if we made it go on longer, but we just wanted to get as much damage as possible because we know he's not going to get a single hit with that giant. So GG, well played, and peace out, brother. Pleasure playing against you and asserting dominance against one of the most skillless decks, what I feel is one of the most skillless decks in Clash Royale. I'm super interested to know what you guys think. Let me know down below in the comment section what deck you guys hate playing against and what you think is the least skillful deck in Clash Royale.